Hi everyone, this is Ms. Granger. In this video, we're going to go over the last part of Unit 4, Lesson 1. That will be the Part 3 Graphic Organizer and how you will be completing mastery checks. So let's go to the second page of your intro lesson here and find Part 3 Graphic Organizer. So with each of our lessons, we're going to be covering a different revolution. And you are going to be making a graphic organizer in the shape of kind of a T chart. We're focusing on this ATL skill of using a variety of organizers for academic writing tasks. So you'll fill out the chart and then you will use the chart to complete the mastery check. So your graphic organizer will have two columns. On the left, your column on the left will be positive outcomes of this revolution. And on this side, you're going to list good things that come out of each revolution. We're looking for outcomes, which are results. So we'll look at positive things that resulted. On the other side, you'll look at negative outcomes of whatever revolution it is. And so you will list the bad things that come out of each revolution. Now, sometimes there is some subjectivity to this. So you might argue that one thing is positive, but another student might argue that it's negative, and that's fine. We're working on argumentative writing, so as long as you can use evidence to defend what you're trying to say, you're good. Let's look at how you will do the mastery checks for this unit. The directions will say, demonstrate your understanding of the ATL skills, and they've all been listed here on the right-hand side. So the graphic organizers, the evaluating evidence, and all of that. So demonstrate your understanding of the ATL skills by using the ACES format to construct a mini argument that addresses the prompt for each lesson. We'll talk about ACES in just a moment. Explain your position by answering the question, A, citing evidence, C, and explaining how your evidence supports your answer, E. When you are in a lesson, you'll see the prompt written right here, and that will be the prompt that you would respond to in the My Writing section. So in the A section, answer the question. The question being, what is the prompt and can you answer it? So the A is, this sentence really is similar to a topic sentence, if you think of it that way, maybe from your English class. So you're kind of making an assertion. You're making a topic sentence, you're making a claim. You will restate the question to write your response. This means that you should use key words from the question or prompt to help you write. We should see similar language from the prompt in your answer the question section. The next section is C, cite your evidence. And this sentence should cite specific evidence or information that supports your answer from above. So this evidence or this information should directly be related to the answer. You could consider using these sentence starters or any others if you would like to use that to start this cite your evidence sentence. So we have according to the text, and you explain, or the text or author states, and then you would explain, or in, and then you would name the evidence, the letter, the law, etc. The text says, put it in quotes, and go on from there. The E section is explaining how your evidence, so what you put here, supports your answer, which was up here. This sentence analyzes and explains how your evidence is connected to your answer. So you're not just repeating yourself, because that makes for very boring writing and doesn't tell anyone what you actually understand, but you're analyzing it and going further. How is this evidence connected to your answer? Consider using the language from below, or from the prompt rather, from the prompt to help explain this connection. You might consider using this sentence frame, but you can use any sentence frame. The evidence, and then choose a verb, shows, describes, explains, suggests, and go into some detail. You might need to write more than one sentence, and that's okay. You can write at least one sentence, but if you feel that your information or your analysis is sort of lacking, you'll want to go deeper. That's it for this lesson. Go ahead and follow directions from your teacher for next steps.